Let's talk about boundaries. I'm going to give you this perspective on boundaries. Boundaries is a way in which you honor your inner voice, always. And when you honor your inner voice, always what happens? You're facilitating your internal peace. You're facilitating your inner peace within. Because why? You aren't creating or adding to any kind of internal chaos that comes from silencing your inner voice. Whenever you have something to say that needs to be said, that you actually would like to say, if you ever silence your inner voice, you are creating a disruption within, and that's what can create internal chaos. Whereas, if you speak up, if you honor your inner voice at all times, no matter the circumstance, no matter where you are, it doesn't matter where you are or whatever is involved, if you every single time honor your inner voice and speak up, why you facilitate your own inner peace, and you will always honor your inner voice. And here's a few things that having boundaries does. One is this: having boundaries allows you to not be a people pleaser. Number two, having boundaries, I've already mentioned this, allows you to honor your inner voice. Number three, I've already mentioned this as well. Having boundaries allows you to create inner peace within you. Number four, having boundaries teaches others how to treat you. Because here's the thing, and this is the truth, on this planet Earth, in this human experience, if you don't have boundaries, it means this: anything goes. And if anything goes, anything goes. I want you to think about that again. If you don't have boundaries, anything goes. And if anything goes, anything goes. So having boundaries in a place in which you are honoring your inner voice always ensures that you always speak up when you have something to say or something needs to be said. And if you live this way, you will facilitate a great level of inner peace. I'm not even going to add healthy boundaries to this, because naturally, when you come from a place of alignment and truth and honoring your inner voice, healthy boundaries, that's a prerogative. That comes naturally. So when you come from a place of alignment, of being aligned, of speaking up when something needs to be said every single time, so you can be aligned, and so you can honor your inner voice and honor your truth, and so you can be in a state of peace within, that's naturally a healthy boundaries. You need to have boundaries in this life every single time, not just one time, two times. And your boundaries need to be applicable to every area of your life. Because when you lack boundary in one part of your life, what happens? It flows into another area of your life. And what happens? It flows and spreads. Which is why when you have boundaries in every area, no matter who you're dealing with, no matter where you are, when you have a boundary in every area of your life for the sake of honoring your inner voice and honoring your inner peace, right? When you have that level of boundary, it'll do you a whole lot of good, because you will never silence your inner voice. You will never aim to please others at the expense of your own inner peace. You will always speak up. You gotta have boundaries in this life. It's important, it's necessary, because again, if anything goes without you having boundaries, then anything will go. And that's a great disservice to your human experience, a great dishonor to your inner voice, a great dishonor to your inner peace. It's essential, it's important, it's vital, it's necessary that you have boundaries. Let me say this as well. Having boundaries isn't about saying no to others. It's about saying yes to your own inner alignments. Your boundaries, it's not just to say no, it's you honoring your inner voice, honoring your inner guidance, and saying yes to your own inner guidance. That's what a boundary is. It's not about saying no to others. Of course, you can tell others no. That's essentially what you will be doing. But that's not even what's important. It's not what's happening externally that's actually important. It's what's happening internally within you. Whenever you speak up, whenever you have your boundaries, you are honoring your inner voice. You're saying yes to your own inner peace. You're saying yes to your own alignment, right? And also, when you have boundaries, this will naturally. You will never tolerate disrespect. You will never tolerate any kind of negative behavior that you know you don't deserve. Ever. It won't happen. Whenever you have boundaries, when you speak up for things that you speak about, when things aren't right, again, when things aren't right, when things don't sit right with you, you will speak up. That's what it means when you have boundaries in every area of your life. You speak up. You don't silence your voice. Why you don't care how others receive your response. You don't care about external reception. Yes, you say things with your great intentions, but you don't care how it's received. You speak the truth. You stand up for what's right? You advocate for things. You advocate for yourself. You advocate for others if you want to. You advocate for things that matter. Right? You don't just silence your voice. You will always speak up, and you will never tolerate what you know you don't deserve. That's what it means to have a healthy boundary. You don't. I wouldn't even say healthy boundary. That's just common sense. Boundaries that are in alignment and based on truth and inner peace. It's naturally healthy. So I'll just say boundaries. When you have boundaries like that, what happens? You will never tolerate things you know you don't deserve. It won't happen. It's impossible. Because when you're honoring your inner voice every single time, you will never silence your voice for the sake of just going with things. You won't just go with things just to go with things. You will speak up. That's what boundaries does for you. It allows you to speak up every single time, even with yourself, right? Having boundaries with yourself that you know, right? Whenever you do, in regards to your routine, your life, the things you do, right? Having boundaries with you will also allow you, right, to go in the right direction. Meaning, right, you don't choose wrong options, you don't choose wrong things, because you have a certain boundary, certain criteria of what you deserve and what you don't deserve, what you allow and what you don't allow. So overall, like I mentioned, the few key things here of what having a boundary does for you. One, it allows you to honor, well, this isn't in any order, but let's just go with this. It allows you to always honor your inner voice. It allows you to honor your inner peace. It allows you to not be a people pleaser. It teaches others how to treat you. And it also allows you to never tolerate disrespect and accept what you know you don't deserve. Those are a few key things. And whenever you say, right, things that you need to say, that you need to speak up about, what happens? You facilitate your own inner peace. That's the most important thing with a boundary. Or you don't have to worry about, like, oh, you didn't say this, you didn't speak up. No, because you did. And you have inner peace from speaking up. Because when people silence their voices and let them just sit that and know isn't right, what happens? Chaos is what happens. And that chaos will spread in every area of your life. But when you're always speaking up, right, always advocating for things that are right, things that matter, things that are important, things that you need to speak up about, you will create peace in your life. And peace, internal peace, the most important peace is the one that comes from within you. And when you have inner peace, right, when you have inner peace, that's really what's important. And naturally, when you have inner peace, you have to have great intentions. You cannot, I don't care who you are, whatever you do, you cannot fool yourself. If your intentions are not good or not great, then you can never have inner peace. Even if you fool yourself into thinking you have inner peace, you won't have inner peace. When you do things from great intentions, which is based on truth, alignment, right, what's right, what's actually important, right, what matters in regards to what is right, in this human experience, you will definitely cultivate a great level of inner peace. So always know how to have boundaries in your life, and it'll do you a whole lot of good.